St. Mark's Episcopal Cathedral strives to be a house of prayer for all people, where we worship God and proclaim the reconciling gospel of Jesus Christ. A loving, welcoming, inclusive community that nurtures faith, encourages service, and integrates social and environmental justice into our lives, and a sacred gathering place for the Diocese of Olympia and the broader community in times of crisis, sorrow, and celebration.
Community is the opportunity all people deeply long for. The opportunity to feel connected to something greater than ourselves. And as people of faith, we do so in the context of a narrative that God calls us into community and that God is present as part of that. And we find the richness of each other's presence adding to the depth and beauty of that community.
You need to come in the community and you need to be a part of discussions and conversations and listen to each other. And I truly believe that the Spirit speaks to us through each other when we are in a community with open hearts and with people we love and care for.
My job is to make sure that people are honored for where they are when they come here and that they're welcome in any part of the many ministries that St. Mark's has going on. If we're building these healthy relationships where people feel welcome and feel honored for who they are, the programs will continue to be from an authentic place. Whether it's the choir school where we take children from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, where they're learning liturgy and learning how to be a part of the service. We have the Sunday morning gatherings where we take scripture and we engage it into the life they're living.
Part of being a cathedral in that traditional sense is to open our doors to groups that are not part of St. Mark's, but are very much connected to this place. And we do that from everything with AA groups and Al-Anon groups to political and justice groups that are working to end homelessness and hunger in Seattle.
A lot of volunteers participate in Noel House. 30 women will sleep 5 nights a week in our hall. We have a team of people who build houses on the weekends for Habitat for Humanity. And another thing that's really important is justice for Mother Earth. We have worked hard to be certified as a green cathedral.
I think that music primarily is in the service to enhance the spoken word, to make the words mean even more than they would if they were just spoken. Music is one of my primary journeys to experience God. The whole phenomenon of having emotions come out by just hearing music is something that is so remarkable to me. I don't think that it can be ever explained. One of my goals as a church musician has been to involve as many people as possible. Everyone who wants to sing can find a place to sing here. One doesn't have to be in the choir in order to experience the glory of God through music in a cathedral like this.
Construction began on St. Mark's Cathedral in 1928, but the stock market crash of 1929 and the Great Depression interrupted construction, and the building was never finished. Financial problems caused the loss of the cathedral to bank foreclosure in 1941, and during World War II, the building was used by the U.S. Army as a training center. Ownership of the cathedral was regained in 1944. In 1964, the east wall was revised to accommodate the new Flentrop organ, and in 1997, the west wall was clad in limestone, and the new rose window and interior glass reredos added.
This was the largest concrete pour in the history of the state of Washington. It has a lot of steel rebar in it, supporting what was then a design to go even higher up than the box, the holy box that we see. And it was never intended to have exposed concrete for the next 85 plus years. And that concrete is very absorbent of water, and that water has gotten down to the rebar it rusts, and then the superficial concrete pieces pop off. Until about 2 years ago, when larger pieces, in fact pieces 2 and 3 pounds, were falling from as high as 75 feet up. The windows were not intended to be permanent fixtures. They were placeholders, and they're not salvageable. We have an opportunity also to improve some of the infrastructure. And then we really want to improve the east facade, the welcome that we want for all people to recognize this from the street and from across the city, that it is a beacon of hope, a holy box on the hill. Like living stones, let yourselves be built as a spiritual house, to be a holy priesthood, to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. We are working not to preserve just a structure that is a physical facility, but we are the ministry that we are building up in this. We are the living stones which are supported here and then are sent out into the world to do the good work of the ministry.
We have a really unique opportunity here to become one of the visionary and milestone generations of this community. We have this unique opportunity to restore this building and really bring it to its full potential in a way that's appropriate for today and for what we do. So I would invite everybody to participate.
The Living Stones Building for Ministry campaign will enable St. Mark's Cathedral to preserve what we have and to leave a legacy for future generations. It will help us build for the ministries of the future so that we can continue to serve as a beacon on the hill, a symbol of faith for the whole community.